Hi, good evening, YouTube. I'm getting more used to this YouTube and just talking. This is pretty cool. I wanted to do a shout out and reaching out to anyone who's been in the Hebrew Roots cult or Torah observant cult and needs some support, needs some encouragement. There's a couple different groups of people I'm trying to reach out to. I want to reach out to those who need encouragement, those who want to discuss, they're on the fence and wanting to discuss, these matters so they can, and have both sides equally, so that they can make a decision for themselves. Or I'm also want to reach an audience who supports apologetics, polemics with like speaking out against any cult, but really specifically this one. I see little to none, a little bit, but not much on YouTube and the internet as far as apologetics regarding this. And I just want to reach out. If you would like to message me on Facebook, my name is Marcia. Last name is B as in bubblegum, U as in unicorn, Z as in zebra, A as in apple. And that's where you can find me on Facebook and send me a private message. I don't accept friend requests very often at all. Have to know you for a while, but you can certainly, I can check my other folder, and if you would like to talk, chat, reach out, discuss, have a ear that can hear, I'm here. And so I do want to reach out and let me know how I can pray for you and what direction I can pray for you in regards to this cult specifically. Have you come out of it? Are you coming out of it? Are you not sure? Or, have you been hurt by it? Do you feel like the Lord is leading you to speak out against it? I'd love to chat with you. So I think that's it. I just want to know, if there's anyone that wants to talk, I'll listen, and maybe I can direct you in good resources and support groups, because there are a few out there. Not mine specifically, because the thing is, I think support groups for something like this should be run by someone who has been maybe years in the movement, who has come out of it, and then can help people with how to heal from it. One of the biggest things about healing from a cult is a cult is similar to an abusive marriage, and that is that when you're in an abusive marriage, you don't feel safe to talk. You don't feel safe to express how you're feeling because it can be worse on you. It can be dangerous. There's some similarities. Some cults are not as dangerous as that, but they all have a little bit of I don't feel free to talk, but now that I've left, I feel free to talk. So I'm really big on venting. You gotta vent, you gotta get it out, because it's not helpful for your healing to hold it in. And so that in that way, it's similar to an abusive marriage, as far as like you get out of an abusive marriage, you want to heal, sure, but part of the healing process, the stages of grief, we all know them. There's a little bit of anger and sadness, and so being able to speak out is important. So I would encourage you to go find a support group. There are some on Facebook, but if you want to talk, if you want to reach out, if you want to tell me what your experience was, either in the comment section here, or if you want to contact me on Facebook. I think that this particular movement is hurtful to the church, and I don't mean any particular denomination, because I actually don't hold to a specific denomination. I go to a church that speaks the truth, no matter what is on the door. And those who speak the truth tend to have the name of their denomination in common, sure. Like, I know I wouldn't go to a Roman Catholic church, and I would not go to Congregational or Methodist unless I went inside the doors and really heard the truth. But so there's some churches that I wouldn't go to. But I do think that this movement is hurtful to the body of Christ. It causes a lot of division that is unnecessary. So I think that we need to come together. And part of coming together, there's this section of people that God calls when they come out of a cult to be supportive. And so there's support groups. And then God also calls out certain people to speak against. And not everyone's called to do that. Some people are called to move on, and I wouldn't recommend holding it in, though. But I guess what I'm saying is that not everyone that comes out of a cult, or experiences a cult, or learns about a cult, is going to have the same reaction to it. And they're also not going to have the same calling from God on their life. For some people that are in cults, they come out of cults and they just move on with their lives and dive into the Word, and that's good for them. And then other people like me, I've been speaking against a lot of cults. They feel called by God to speak against it, get into the Word, get into the history of the movement, and that's where I'm at. So I don't want anyone to think that just because this is what I'm called to do, that you are also called to do it, and that we can't meet somewhere in the middle with you're happy moving on, and I'm where God needs me to be, not moving on and doing what needs to be done. So I guess I'm saying, if you feel you're doing okay and you don't need any support and you're all copacetic, wonderful. But if you need to talk, reach out to me, or reach out to a support group who can help. there are some that I would recommend. So, having said that, contact me on Facebook if if you're a previous Philia member in particular and you want to talk. I'm all ears. I promise I won't bite. I'm actually a very calm person, easy to get along with. Uh, so, I mean, I will answer any question that you have, uh, and I'll do it politely and calmly and matter of factly. And I just want to put that out there. And if you're all good, that's great. I'm still going to keep on keeping on. But if you happen to need anything, I'm just a Facebook message away. Okay? All right. I'm going to get going. Got to get up early in the morning. I have a busy day coming up. So, yeah. All right. Oh my goodness. Spring is almost sprung. You could smell it in the air. Isn't that wonderful? I'm so excited. Here in Maine, winters are so long, and the snow is so deep. And so we really appreciate it when God starts melting things and, our birds start singing. And yeah, so, all right. Well, God bless you. And like I said, reach out if you feel you need to. Um, and if you need prayer, specifics, and I'll do that. All right. Have a good night. God bless. Bye-bye.